I've seen quite a lot of Antony Gormley's stuff. If not in person, then I'm sort of quite familiar with it, as many of us are, through The Angel of the North and the figures on the beach at Crosby. And I've longed to see this in person.
Has anybody heard about Antony Gormley's work before? He's a major figure in British sculpture, and a lot of his work focuses on the human body. And this is a tiny fraction of the work, because Field for the British Isles features 40,000 terracotta figures, all made by hand by a community of people in St Helens in the northwest.
I think there's something really unique about a piece of art that is created by lots and lots of people, but it's from the vision of one man.
For me, I was thinking, is it his artwork?
Me and Deb had a chat about that, didn't we? How can you call that his art when you got all them people to do it? It should be the people's credit as well.
There's a fine line, isn't there?
Because he was the one that brought out the concept, he was the one that, it was his, so many people like just copy his idea, so he should take the credit. For me,
the ideas that...
yeah.
If you think about a building, like the kind of architect gets the credit, but it's made out of all of these individual pieces that all are made by different people, and they don't get that.
And what he wanted people to do was to get a lump of clay and do the simplest possible action to turn it into a person. And they could only use the space in their hand, and they could only use a pencil to make two eyes. And that was it. When the work is exhibited, they're all laid out on the floor so that you can see them from one viewpoint, and they all stare back at you.
Search for Antony Gormley. This is the only person I knew. Yeah, and I did research on him because it was the one that we asked a lot of questions about last week. So when he became an artist, and this is what really struck me, is that he was very lonely, because he used to do a lot of artwork on his own, and that's the reason why he started doing community pieces of art. So he hasn't just done this in Merseyside, he's done it across the world. You know, and I think that maybe these people that were involved in this now feel like they've actually made a contribution to art.
For him to involve the community, I think is really amazing for him, because he'd worked on his own for a lot of years and he liked being with people, so why wouldn't you do it with a group of people?
It's a field of inanimate people who are looking back at real people looking at them. It's a kind of mirror two-way. It goes backwards and forwards. And it just speaks to me in a way that I can't quite explain, but I think it's fascinating. I think they're beautiful pieces of art, and the fact that every single one of them is different, I think makes the piece itself unusual and different.